check on my other screen. I was like, why is that blank? Oh wait, because we're not live. Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to the first ham radio stream. Did you want to introduce yourself again?
Yeah, I'll do it again. I'm Mush. I'm a sentient mushroom. I like to play video games and stream on Twitch. And I have a horrible sleeping schedule and I've only been awake for about an hour.
That's perfectly understandable. I think I've only been awake like a few extra hours. But yeah, for anyone who missed it, we were just talking for about the last 5 minutes, and I realized that the stream wasn't even on. So we're now live. Hello, Srax. How's it going? This is Mush, the VTuber I was telling you about, the mushroom VTuber. I've already asked you once, but how's it going today?
It's going all right. It's been a very entertaining well, not morning, but it's been a very entertaining day already.
Probably the best way to do it
Is to have an unexpected rehearsal.
Yeah. Well, it's like an icebreaker, I guess. I completely forgot what I'm meant to be doing now. Hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate, Lord Bellavale. I can never pronounce people's names. Should there be back? Yes, thank you, Srax. You are my #1 mod for reminding me there's meant to be background music. I think somebody wants you to hydrate as well.
Oh, I did.
Okay, good. There we go. There's your background.
I took a sip. Yeah.
Cool.
That is some nice bottled water.
Small plastic particles. It's what I think. Everyone seems to say like drinking bottled water's bad because of plastic particles or whatever. But like, what are you meant to drink out of? Glass.
Yeah, exactly. Even if you... Well, then you're just gonna get glass particles. Honestly, I prefer plastic.
Well, plastic is in this season, I guess. Oh, yeah.
In this season.
In the sea as well. Poor fishes. I think...
Oh, yeah.
So this, normally I would go over what I already know about you as a VTuber, but I've known you for a few months now. You are a... You're a mushroom, you do some Pokemon, you use some AI dungeons.
Yep.
I think Doom was one of the first things I watched you play.
Yes, I think Doom was the very first game I played on stream.
Wow. I may have been there since the beginning then. Well, I tried to be. It's so hard to watch everyone.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah,
actually, like, sorry.
Carry on.
Just a small side note off of that. I believe when I first, like, since I started doing this whole VTuber thing, I believe you are the first person I ever talked to and befriended.
Oh wow. I'm honored. We're like the forest duo. Forest VTubers.
The forest.
I do love the music you have in your streams. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It just makes me feel like I'm like high. Not like cocaine high, but like...
Right, but like, you know...
Vibing,
yeah,
as the kids say. Yeah, it's perfect for a mushroom.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted it for, actually. Like, my whole vision for it. I'm really glad I found that. And that it was, you know, fair use. It's just something very chill that also reminds you that you're talking to a mushroom.
I mean, that's what the internet's for, right? What was the very first game you ever played or remember playing in your life is the first question from Srex.
The first game I remember playing in my life.
Yeah.
I believe it was Super Mario All-Stars on the Super Nintendo.
Oh, another Mario. I think we had this question a few months back, and almost everyone said Mario.
Yeah, no, I'm a big Mario person ever since I was a kid.
Did that inspire the mushroom?
Kind of, yeah, actually. It did sort of inspire it, as well as my character lore about hating Mario and thinking he's a psychopath.
And he like stomps on your mushroom friends, right? Or eats them.
He stomps on the mushroom friends and he eats the mushrooms.
Not good for the mushroom environment.
Exactly.
Do you know Toad and Toadette?
I like to think that they are excommunicated from the mushroom family.
Oh no.
Because you know, in certain Mario games, Toad and Toadette are playable, and they also eat mushrooms.
What the? That's not
So
great.
they are cannibals.
Maybe it's like humans are mammals, right? But humans also eat other mammals. Is that the same thing, or are they too closely related?
I'm not sure. I feel like most types of fungus are pretty closely related, as opposed to mammals.
I suppose it comes down to science stuff that I'm not knowledgeable enough about.
Yeah, that's it. Of the science I know, you know, plant and fungus sciences. Ironically, not something I know very well.
I used to remember the name of it. It's like minacology or something. Mycology? Can't remember.
Yeah, I think so.
But let's get on to the first normal question of how did you discover VTubers?
Oh, it's a very common tale. I was scrolling through Twitter one day, and somebody posted a small clip of a well-known virtual dog girl playing Banjo-Kazooie, a game I very much like a lot, saying "Ekum Bokum" for like 5 minutes straight.
Oh, that's Corone, I think her name is.
Yep, that's the one.
Oh, that was
a classic.
Very popular.
A very popular classic clip that a lot of people got started with, including myself. And so I decided, hey, I'm slightly curious about why people enjoy this. I'm gonna do a little bit of research. And you know, how young and foolish I was to think I could just poke my head in and not completely fall.
It is a very deep rabbit hole.
Incredibly.
I think one of the first clips of VTuber Mojo showed me. Oh yeah. Showed Trax the Ecobukum clip.
Yep.
So yeah, that brings us neatly on to the next question of how did you start streaming?
Like streaming as a VTuber, or just, you know, how did I start like streaming stuff in general?
Well, both work. If you streamed normal
cause,
before VTubing.
Yeah, because I did stream a little bit before VTubing. Like, I was I started doing like some minor streaming content creation stuff uh, back a few years ago when I was still in school. I thought it'd be fun to do. You know, never like got anywhere, but you know, it was fun. And then, you know, I started thinking to myself about the whole VTubing thing. Excuse me. I started thinking about the whole VTubing thing, and you know, how it would be kind of fun to control a character, but I didn't know where to start on making a character. And then I thought, like, hey, you know, everybody has a lot of like similar anime style waifu characters. Like, I want to try something a little bit different. I want to try thinking outside the box, and something that I had always used as like a little logo or asset for my old streaming stuff was a Mario mushroom with glasses. So I was just like, okay, you know, I've tried using mushrooms as like an aesthetic, as a branding kind of thing before. Why don't I try to make a mushroom? And then, you know,
I think it's pretty good and unique.
Yeah, thank you. That's always what I'm hoping for. But yeah, I learned the very basics of live 2D. I got this mushroom picture. I've said this before, so like it's not a big secret, but I mean, I'm horrible at drawing, and like even something like this I really couldn't have done on my own, so you know, I got a fair use mushroom clip art and just kind of like traced over it and, you know, did it that way, and then drew like the simple little dot eyes and mouth on it and eyebrows and stuff. And then I, with my very basic tutorial knowledge of Live 2D, I was able to rig the very slight movement and the facial expressions and the blinking, which is honestly looking pretty scuffed right now, but that's normal.
I think it looks pretty good. Like, I've heard Live 2D is incredibly difficult to rig stuff in, so the fact you managed to get this far is pretty good. And you can,
the thing I oh, what? Sorry about that.
I was just going to say you can you can wiggle your tip, which is often a favourite.
Yeah.
Favourite of mine.
That was something I really wanted to do. I was really happy when I found out I could do that. And yeah, it's like, what was it about? Oh yeah. Live 2D, like, I used to be one of those people. For a very short time, I was one of those people that was just kind of like, you know, like rigging, like how does it work, and like why do people charge as much for rigging as they do for the drawing of the actual model? And then I found out that like just having the program doesn't solve all your problems, and rigging is actually like an extensive animation process. And I mean, I know I've never, ever learned anything about animation, and I'm just so confused right from the get-go about how everything worked. And like, yeah, I totally understand now that it shouldn't be underestimated.
How long did it take you to rig your shroom?
From start to finish, I would say probably somewhere like 4 or 5 hours.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but like, also that's that's just how long it took for something as basic as this. Imagine, like, doing a whole anime character model with all the different layers and shading and shit.
I've heard
for
you had
me
to,
to take, yeah.
I heard you had to like every individual part you have to do manually, and you can't mirror it on the other side.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way. I thought I'd be able to do that, but yeah, no, it's pretty much dead. I think you might be able to mirror the eyes. Like if you just duplicate one of the eyes and then mirror it, I think that might be able to work. But yeah,
Okay.
I tried to see if you could like copy paste parameters for similar parts on other models, and it just didn't work. It just flat out just have to do it all over again.
Well, you've got a good model going. It's works very well. Also, hi Una. And did your eyesight improve? I'm not sure what's that in reference to. Srax. But the next question is, what do you stream currently, and how is it going?
What I stream currently, the last thing I streamed was a couple of mushroom games that I found on Steam for very cheap. That was the stream I did last night, and it was entertaining. It was funny, but God, I felt like such a fucking idiot.
Oh, well, I heard a lot of people clipped it, and a lot of people enjoyed it. So
yeah, no, a lot of clips of me being stumped on stupid shit, and also freaking out at people to stop mocking me.
oh, well, you gotta have a fine line of providing entertainment and also not taking shit from chat, I suppose. But
yeah, I mean, to be fair, it wasn't like legitimate anger, like stop it right now. Like no, it was just like I was taking my panic state via the game and just being like, come on, stop mocking me.
that's more like a bit of banter than
Yeah.
Yeah,
so yeah, that was the last thing I did.
So that what about future plans? You got any exciting games you want to play on stream, or are you gonna make any changes to your model or anything?
Any future stuff? Honestly, I mean, other than the stuff that I have planned for later tonight, I don't like. I'm usually like. I'm the kind of person that plans things like a day or two beforehand. Like very much a procrastinator. So it's like I'm not entirely sure about stuff, but like I don't know. There is one idea that I have thought about a lot ahead of actually trying to do anything. I want to this wouldn't necessarily be a stream thing, but just in terms of like VTuber, well, honestly, probably not even like that much related to VTubers, but just like content creation in general. I want to do some music covers.
I think that would work well.
Yeah, I think so too. I like to play bass.
Oh.
Yeah. I just really like the way it sounds, and the different techniques are really fun to do. So I want to make song covers that every part is done with the bass and just like obviously like recorded separately and then mixed together.
Is there a way you could play it live on stream? Because I think a lot of people would love that.
If I had a looping station, I could do that. I know that my brother had a looping station, like a very old one that I actually have in my room currently because I wanted to see how it works. But I have to see how well that would work.
Okay. Excuse me for a moment, as Una has requested an armpit fart. I always forget to turn off redeems during interviews. Alright. It's really hot here, so it's going to be a really wet one. Oh. Oh. It's gross. I got sent out of class so much for doing that. But there you go, Una, there's your... You didn't turn it off. You didn't turn it off, so I do it in front of the... Oh. There you go, Una, I hope that's enough farting for you.
Thank you very much for doing that.
Wait. Yeah, I think if you could manage to set up playing bass on stream, I think that would be like incredibly good. Because I think I don't know about streamers, but VTubers that play instruments on stream, there's not a lot of them. So I think a lot of people would love it and appreciate it.
Yeah, that is true. Honestly, the biggest thing is a big thing that holds me back from actually executing any of this is mainly a confidence issue. I think that, you know, even though I've been playing for a little while, I still think I'm garbage at it.
I suppose that's good in a way. It's that saying of like dumb people think they know everything, smart people know they know nothing.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
But you could work your way up slowly. You could start releasing small videos of bass stuff, and then work your way up to doing it.
Yeah. I also think somebody else I was talking to about this gave me another good idea about it, which is like if I would stream like the whole like editing and mixing process. So like, you know, recording all the individual lines and then like just streaming, like going in and arranging everything, if that would be an interesting concept.
I think there's definitely an audience that would like that. There's a lot of people that want to see the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
If you feel confident doing that, you should definitely try it.
Yeah, I think I could. I think I could probably try it. But yeah. As far as I believe I'm remembering this correctly, that you mentioned that part of the question was about the model as well.
Yeah. Just wondering if you gonna do anything Mushroom 2.0 or gonna work on the rigging more if you're brave enough.
I don't have any plan as of now for a 2.0. However, I do have plans for new outfits, new versions, I guess you would say. And I'm actually going to be revealing one that I finished working on when I stream later tonight.
Oh, so it's going to be an exclusive debut tonight.
Yeah.
Just
before I start the game that I'm playing, I'm gonna show off that new model.
Do you have Have any small hints you can give away about it?
Let's see. If I had to say something about, like, without spoiling it too hard, it's definitely. I think it would be, for the most part, it would be something that's very unexpected.
Oh.
But also, I came up with it. I came up with the idea because of my username. You know, it's just the way my name, the way my username sounds. It gave me a funny little idea that I just decided to run with.
I look forward to it. I hope I get a chance to see it. I'm just looking up. Someone suggested to me before I should look up podcast questions. Because before I would look up interview questions, and that just comes up with like job interviews of like, what can you provide for this company? But podcast stuff. So let's look for one that isn't generic. What advice would you give someone who is pursuing a career similar to yours, which I guess would be VTubing? Got any advice for any future VTubers?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I've never really thought about giving advice before, considering I've only been doing this for what, like 2 months now? But like, I guess one thing that I've been hearing recently that I wholeheartedly agree with is don't worry about like spending a lot of money, because like, you know how like, like getting a model designed as well as rigged can be very expensive. But like, you don't have, if you don't have the money to do that, like you don't necessarily need to do it that way. And I say this from personal experience because I'm pretty fucking broke myself, which is the whole reason why I wanted to come up with something that I'd be able to work out myself, and that's why like that's the whole reason I made my whole model and like my stream backgrounds and assets and all that. It's like, just to show that like you don't need to spend a lot of money to get into it. If you want to later on, if you are able to later on, that's that's one thing, and that's something I would also hope to be able to do is to commission people to do like higher quality work than what I can do. But like, if you're just getting into it, you can there's a lot of things that you can just make do with your own work and effort.
Definitely. I think it's also a good learning experience as well. If you make some assets yourself, you then know more about the process of making them, so it might help with commissioning in the future as well.
That's true. Yeah, that's also true. And it helps, it also kind of helps you develop as a person, because you stop taking those things for granted.
Definitely.
Because that's a pretty hot topic in the social media circles right now.
I always I have commissioned a few things. I always panic of like, oh, am I pushing them too much, or am I questioning too much? There's a fine line, I think. You shouldn't totally leave them alone. You should prod every now and then, like, hey, but you shouldn't be a dick about it and stuff. Ah, hello, Mr. Turnip, welcome. Doldine says, why does a mushroom have such a soothing voice? And Strax would like you to read her a bedtime story.
the reason I have such a soothing voice, I don't know. It's just the voice I was. It's just the voice that I was born and, you know, my. It's just how my vocal cords developed.
Is what it is.
It is what it is, but you know, I do like it a lot. I do like having this voice a lot. It's one of the few things I really like about myself.
Seems you've got a lot of fans of your voice here right now.
Yeah, it kind of that's one of the two things I like about the way I made my name Mush the Mellow, because on the one hand, like, yeah, I have this real bassy, soothing kind of voice, so it really does give off that mellow vibe. You know, something very, very mellow and chill. Although if anybody's watched me, you know that I'm not always this mellow, and that I sometimes go into a panic.
Oh, it's good to have some. What's the correct word? Diversity, I guess, in your
yeah
stuff.
Yeah, I believe it's. I've been told it's the term like gap moe, where it's something that subverts your expectations. Which is another thing that's the other thing I like about my name, is that I'm not always mellow, and it catches people off guard.
It's a surprise, get their attention.
Yeah, exactly.
Geraldine says you ate tons of honey as a child, and it gave you a sweet voice. And Strax asks,
what that should be.
Strax asks, do you sing?
Do I sing? I do, but I've never recorded it. I've always been very. I like singing a lot, but I usually only do it when I'm alone. I'm very self-conscious about singing in front of other people.
I can see that. It's definitely hard.
Also, obviously there's. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say it's like talking is one thing online, but singing is like something totally different.
Yeah. And also, it's you know, probably a given, but you know, some songs, I just can't reach some higher notes. I always gotta like down pitch things a bit.
I suppose that's part of what makes your voice unique in a way. I think there was that story of Johnny Cash that he went to get singing lessons, but the teacher was like, "No, your voice is too unique. You shouldn't have singing lessons. You should keep it the way it is."
That's really interesting. Actually, I never heard that story before.
I'm not sure if it's like real or if that's just like a fable or whatever, but that's what I've heard.
I would totally believe something like that happening.
I haven't looked too much into Johnny Cash. I just know he has that One Hurt song. Is he still alive?
I haven't myself. Johnny Cash? No, I think he's been dead for a long time.
Oh, I can't.
I think he died. I think he died fairly young.
Oh no. That's a Nine Inch Nails cover. No, I've definitely heard the Johnny Cash version. I'm trying to find weird questions, but they're all like really generic stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what process of your career do you find interesting?
I mean, I feel like as far as VTubing stuff is concerned, we've kind of gone over that, or like,
yeah,
we've already sort of gone over that with the rigging stuff and whatnot.
I think we're both very new VTubers as well, so it's not a huge lot.
Yes, we are.
What motivates you to get up in the morning and go to work? What?
That's a good question. I still haven't found the answer.
What motivates you to get up in the evening and start VTubing?
What motivates me is... Oh god, what motivates me to wake up is... You know, the most honest answer I can give, the biggest motivation to get up is to turn off my alarm.
I think that's the same for everyone. We're all like alike in that way. Do you have any pets? Do mushrooms have pets?
Oh yeah, mushrooms can have pets. I've had quite a few different types of pets in my life. My family has always been a very, well, most of my family has always been a very pro animal household.
Hmm.
So we've had quite a few things, like more like simple stereotypical like domestic pets like dogs and stuff, and you know, like different small rodents like hamsters and guinea pigs and stuff. We've also had birds. I currently have a bird as well as a dog. My mom and my sister are really big into fish.
Ooh.
And at one point in our house we had this huge, like, I want to say like 50-gallon saltwater tank.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was really like very aesthetically pretty and very aesthetically pleasing. However, maintenance on saltwater tanks is ridiculous, and even the tiniest offset can wipe out the entire population in the tank.
Oh no. I've heard of like normal fish tanks. I've never heard of like saltwater fish tanks before though. But I imagine the salt is probably a pain to deal with.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like fresh, like regular freshwater tanks is usually the way to go, just because it's way easier to maintain. I think people just like... There are a lot of people that like having saltwater fish because they look... A lot of them look more colorful and unique.
Hmm.
But that also, you know, that pulls you right into the trap of having to maintain things. And also, saltwater fish are way more expensive than freshwater fish.
Oh shit.
Way more expensive.
Never really thought about how much it is to buy fish.
Yeah, yeah, because I mean, like, yeah, usually, like, if people have, like, people usually get fish, like, it's usually something simple, like a goldfish or a beta or a guppy, like, a very simple first-time pet owner kind of freshwater fish that, you know, doesn't take much to maintain. Just, you know, take a pretty small tank and fill it with water.
I remember I had 2 pet goldfish when I was younger. I feel very sorry for them because I never remembered to feed them. And I'm not sure how often my mum fed them, but it did last quite a few years. So one of them was
goldfish are resilient as hell.
How the hell do they survive? I think they were both buried in my back garden. So,
okay. We had a couple small hamsters that when they passed on, we buried them in the back.
I wonder how many gardens are haunted by the ghosts of pets.
Every single one, probably.
I mean that's nicer if you got like a ghost hunting program. They're like, oh, there's a ghost puppy in my garden, instead of like some murdered person haunting people. So I found one weird question. Speaking of gardens, what do you think about garden gnomes?
Garden gnomes. I'm not a fan. I
Oh,
don't
no.
really like them.
They too
I think they're.
too mischievous for you?
I don't know. I just think they look kind of tacky and also creepy. Like, I feel like looking at a garden gnome is very similar to looking at an old porcelain doll. Like, it was just made to be creepy.
I can see that. I think I looked up. Well, I didn't look it up, but I found the origin of garden gnomes, and it's in the Victorian times, rich people would hire someone to just pretend to be a sage in their big, giant, extravagant gardens. So whenever they had house guests, they would be like, "Oh, come look at my sage I have in my garden," and they're paid to live in a hut and look like a druid or whatever. And then
That's fucked.
as that became popular and people couldn't afford real people, they would get like essentially scarecrows, and then eventually they turned into garden gnomes. I think that's real.
I could believe it. There's a lot of stories like that where like these random objects have like these really weird fucked up backstories.
Yeah, those Victorians, man, they were wild. They also had
No fucking joke.
they had mummy unwrapping parties where they would get a mummy sent over from Egypt and they would just gather around and unwrap it.
My God.
That's partly why we have barely any mummies around today.
Wow, that is some that's some next level, like, Jesus Christ.
Victorians were
What
morbid, man.
people used to do.
What rich people in Victorian times used to do. It's a very different sort of unboxing video there. Hello everyone, welcome to my unboxing video.
God.
Today we've got Tutankhamun's second cousin.
I just imagine someone opening a loot crate.
Oh fuck.
This is like, ooh.
Some monkey's paw.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. Or it's like that I don't know if you've ever seen Futurama.
I've seen bits of it.
Okay. There was one bit in an episode where the professor was looking for like an ancient mummy, like a very small ancient mummy he had. And then Fry comes out and he's like, "Hey professor, great jerky." Like bites the head off and walks away, and the professor's like, "Oh my God, this is an outrage! I wanted to eat that mummy."
Oh no. That's a giant bit of jerky though.
Yeah, no, I think they shrunk it down to like, you know, I don't know, but that's the thing I imagine, just somebody like pulling a tiny mummy out of a loot crate.
Oh, tiny. Like the shrunken heads.
Yeah. Oh my God, I learned about those recently. I didn't think that those were actually real. I didn't think those were real heads before.
Did you learn how they did it?
Oh God, I think. You know what, I might have to double check. I know, somebody told me, like somebody showed me, like proof that it was real. But I need to double check the process. Let's see, add shrunken heads to my Google search history.
Don't worry, FBI people. It's entertainment purposes. We have a famous museum in Oxford in the UK that just is a weird collection of shit, and they have a lot of shrunken heads in there. Shrax will know what it's called. Shrax is my British encyclopedia.
Your personal encyclopedia.
Pretty much. She's one of them smart beans. If I ever need to know about Europe, I ask Doldine.
Okay, I found the thing. So an incision is made on the back of the ear, and all the skin and flesh is removed from the cranium. The head is then dried with rocks and sand while molding it to retain its human features.
So the skull is removed?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because I don't know if you can shrink bone.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I think that's what it is. Like, yeah, like they basically gut the head, and then, you know, wrap it around hot rocks and sand to dry it out and shrink it down.
Well,
God, that's fucked. That is so fucked.
That's another recipe that you've learned on this show. The Pit Rivers Museum. If you want a shrunken head, just make a small incision in the ear, and yeah. Yes, it's called the Pit Rivers Museum.
Your very own. You can make your very own shrunken head at home.
Here's what I made earlier. It's the last VTuber I interviewed. If I was a voodoo VTuber or something along those lines, I would definitely have some shrunken VTuber heads, or a shrunken head VTuber. That would be pretty good, actually.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking like if you did it like marionette, like puppet style, and you just had like a bunch of heads on strings, and whenever you moved your head, all the shrunken heads moved with you.
Oh, that would be creepy. I like the
That would be
custom what was it? Harry Potter had them that would talk.
Oh yeah.
Custom point reward shrunken head. Maybe I could do that. I think it's harder now I'm switching to 2D, because that's all like a lot of animation stuff. 3D you could probably do it if you know the program well. Also, hi Nosferatu, welcome. If you have any questions to this fun guy I have with me right here, feel free to ask. I'm trying to think if there are any other cursed items like shrunken heads. Because
I'm sure I've seen other stuff like that. I feel like I've seen people like take full like if somebody had like some sort of birth defect or something, they'll just take their whole body and like preserve it in a big case.
Oh no, I'm assuming that says penis, Dolly. The Penis Museum. I don't know why that's censored. I think I turned off most of my censoring stuff. Also, Strax wants.
It's weird. I've turned off sensitive stuff on Twitch multiple times, but it just always like turns itself back on.
Oh, it was self-censored. Feel free. You're free to say penis, Doldine. Don't worry. You're not gonna get told off for that. Also, Strax wants wah. Detecting cursed items. Wah. My echolocation.
Echolocation specifically for cursed items.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. Let's look up cursed items. See what comes up.
I'm not gonna lie, I just did that myself.
Oh.
I just did that too.
We've got a cursed mirror. Oh, these are just going to be a bunch of normal items that like people have died around.
Yeah.
I remember. Have you seen Zach Baggins from Ghost Adventures? Or heard of him?
I don't believe so.
There's a show called Ghost Adventures, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's just a bunch of guys ghost hunting. But Zach Baggins is a very eccentric man, you could say, and he started his own items, cursed items or haunted items museum in Las Vegas. And he has a box that he opened on TV. Nobody died though, although apparently you die if you open the box. Ghost.
Yeah, like like the person that opens the box or anybody that sees inside of it.
I can't remember now. I think it was a bit of both. It was like a Dibber box or a Debber box or something like that. It might be on one of these lists actually.
Because that's fucked up if he did that on TV. That's like in the Ring where they just air the videotape.
Oh yeah. Just put it on the internet. That's what would happen these days.
Yeah, exactly.
Can she get? I haven't actually seen the film, but if like multiple people watch a video at once, does she appear in all of the screens, or does she pick one at random?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Or is she like cloned? How does it work?
I feel like I don't know. I feel like maybe it would show up on all the screens just because it's like a video, but then like I don't know, like when she actually like came out to kill people, she would have to do it one by one.
It's not very. She might need to hire some people, some interns. Logan Paul would definitely upload the video. I agree with Turnip on that one. Why does
He'd
Logan
upload
Paul
the video.
always?
He would upload the video on YouTube, and then he would go out and record all the dead bodies of the people she killed.
Oh no.
I don't
Fucking
feel
Logan
bad
Paul.
saying that at all. Fuck him.
Yeah. I mean, he wants. Yeah. That's Logan Paul. Is he the one that does the boxing? I always get confused between the two brothers.
I think they both do it actually.
But,
I think they have a lot of similarities.
yeah, I remember like finding out there's two of them, and it blew my mind.
No, I am ashamed to say that I knew about Logan Paul from the Vine era.
Oh yeah. Rest in peace, Vine.
Yeah, no, I did used to watch some compilations of those on YouTube. So I know a little bit more than I should.
It's okay. It's educational purposes, of course.
Research.
Let's have a look at these cursed items. So we've got the cursed mirror. It's not a very original name. Myrtle's plantation in Louisiana, USA is said to be the most haunted places in the world. However, the most spooky item in the house is a mirror. Locals claim the mirror is cursed and has spirits of Sarah Woodruff and her two children that were poisoned. Ah! Fucking, I hate that noise. It's so loud. Hello, Foxy Chan. Welcome to the chat. Of course I was going to get scared. Oh, is this one of your top mushroom fans?
Foxy is a friend of mine. She's the one that I do the Pokemon races with.
Oh, hello, welcome. This is a ploy by Foxy to slow you down in your Pokemon race.
To slow me down in the race we haven't started yet.
Oh yeah. It's all mind tricks. I'll see. Yeah, Cauldron is a name for a group of bats. I forgot to say it, or one of the names for a group of bats.
A cauldron?
Apparently, if they're flying, it's a swarm. If they are in a cave, it's a colony. And I think a cauldron is just like a generic name for a group of bats.
Huh. Interesting.
I did some research. I think it's mushroom colonies they have, right? Or groups of mushrooms.
That sounds correct.
We'll just say it's correct because it sounds correct. That's how we do it here.
Yeah.
What have we got next? Did you find any cursed items?
I found a website that talks about the worst things for sale.
Hmm.
And the first thing on the list is a pile of flaming skulls.
Are they still flaming?
I think you have to light them on fire yourself.
Oh, well, fire not included.
Also, they specifically put in bold the skulls are sold separately. So if you want the full pile of skulls effect, it'll run you several $100s.
What the fuck? That's false advertising. Well, I guess it's not false because they stated it, but
The manufacturer recommends you use 9 to 15 skulls. Why is there a manufacturer?
Someone's making skulls, I guess. Doldine mentions fairy rings or mushroom circles. Don't know if you've heard of them.
Rings.
I think that's I'm assuming
Not sure.
it's when you find a ring of mushrooms, that's like a fairy ring.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, those are just my cousins.
Oh, yeah, is that just a family gathering? And then the fairy is like entertainment.
Oh yeah, the fairy has actually been imprisoned.
Oh. Well, it's something to do, I guess.
The fairy is forever cursed to do our bidding.
Ah, like a maid?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just that we don't pay.
Yeah. I think that's the definition of slave, right? Not being paid and forced to do work?
Yeah, like, I think, like, indentured servant.
Hmm. Well, I guess fairies don't have human rights, so I don't know the legal implications around that.
I mean, hell, according to most of the world, they don't even exist.
Oh, well, that's what the fairy government wants you to think. Keeping it under wraps. Although in Zelda you just catch a fairy, you just keep them in your bottle. So
Oh yeah, that's true.
there's not much going out about
Yeah, no, when Link does it, he's the hero.
Oh yeah. He'll release him at some point when he's about to die. Wait, does he eat them? I thought they just...
I don't know if they specifically... I think it's supposed to be like, you know, like they just come out and sprinkle dust on you and you get back up. But it's more interesting to think that he eats them.
Well, I wonder what they taste like. Glitter?
Honestly, I kind of imagine that they would taste like a bug.
But I guess they're small and maybe crunchy. I'm not sure.
I mean, they have the wings. The fairy wings definitely look more like insect wings than bird wings.
That's definitely true. Although they have to... They look like people, so I imagine maybe they're mammals? Maybe they're like birds, because they fly. So they have like hollow bones.
Yeah, I don't know.
Haven't really thought about it before.
Yeah, no, I haven't either. It's a very interesting topic.
Are there any fairy VTubers in the chat? Could you tell us what you taste like?
I've actually... Actually, I've been interviewed by a fairy VTuber before.
Oh no. Well, I'm guessing there was no tasting session. Sadly.
No, I didn't think about it at the time. I'm kicking myself now, retroactively.
Well, maybe next time. Maybe I'll get a fairy VTuber on at some point. That sounds... Oh, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. I'm looking at pictures of fairies now.
Oh, I'm still going through the worst items on sale.
Oh, I think that's...
I haven't found anything that's as good. I haven't found anything as good as the skulls, though.
I think the skull's peaked.
Kind of is.
Oh yeah, there's that doll that's in a museum that will, if you make fun of it or something, it will curse you, and then you have to write a letter to the doll being like, I apologize, to get the curse off.
Jeez,
It's called Robert the Doll.
I hate dolls. I hate dolls so much.
They are incredibly creepy. They're definitely the creepiest of items.
Terrifying. My sister used to have a small collection of like small porcelain dolls.
Why do they have to make them so creepy?
Exactly. They could have just made him. They just could have gave him like normal faces.
Just like make them simple. Don't make them like creepy. Yeah, Robert the Doll. I heard about it on a podcast a while back when I used to listen to podcasts. I can't remember what museum it was, but it's one in America.
Ooh, actually, let me see if I can. Let's see if I can send you this in the Discord. This is
Oh.
Here's something interesting I just found.
I shall wait for its arrival. I can put stuff on the TV here, but it's always a bit fiddly to do so.
Oh yeah. Alright, let me see if I can just copy paste this.
Copy paste.
Yep, I can. Alright.
Oh.
It looks like it. This is
Oh
a
my
sort of
God.
piggy bank.
Oh, I've seen these before. They're...
It's a face.
Let me see if I can get a YouTube video up of one.
Oh god. It's so disgusting. It's this creepy face in the bank that actually like moves like it's eating the coins you put into it. And the eyes are staring right at you.
TV
I hate
display.
it.
Oh, there we go. Alright, I hope you're ready. Everyone. Oh, look at it go.
I hate it.
I don't know if it's creepier because it's slow, or if it would be creepier if it was fast.
I think it would be creepy either way.
Oh, stop feeding it!
Either way, it's just a horrible monstrosity.
Oh, it makes them...
I hope the person that designed this is dead now.
I don't want to imagine what other creations they've made. It kind of reminds me of monkey eyes in a way, like there's little monkeys.
Yeah, it kind of does. Oh my god, the fact that it actually opens further when it senses the coin.
Ah, feed me. No, don't move it closer. No! Get it out of here. Maybe we need one of these as a VTuber.
Oh my god, I would hate that. I would hate that so much.
No. Alright, that's enough of that for now. You can go away now.
Horrible monstrosity.
It's a bit fleshlight-esque. Oh, fleshlight. That's a cursed item.
Do not put. I guess when you watch a stream on your phone, this is actually something I've noticed recently. When you watch a stream on your phone, it's like a minute or two behind if you were watching it like on a computer or something.
I think there's some encoding needed. Hello everyone, welcome back. That video was too cursed and it crashed the stream.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Don't want to think about that face again.
Yeah, me either.
Uh,
a lot of these things aren't like cursed. They're just like kind of like dumb, like as seen on TV level products.
yeah, there's loads of those, like that worm on the string.
Yeah.
If you could curse an item, what would it be?
If I could curse an item? I would curse a knife. And if anybody ever tried to cut mushrooms with it, it would fling back and stab them in the heart.
Whoa. That would be really hard to find. So it would just look like a normal knife and people would cut stuff and nothing would happen.
Yeah, you could make like a Russian roulette game out of it.
Oh. Who would it?
Just put like a bunch of different knives on the table, including the cursed one. And everybody just takes turns.
What if multiple people hold it and then they cut down?
It flings back and stabs into all three of their heads at the same time like a shish kebab.
Whoa. That's pretty smart of the knife. Very efficient as well.
Yeah, it's a very efficient curse.
Funny questions to ask. What secret conspiracy would you like to start?
What conspiracy I would like to start?
Yeah. Or another question I'd like to ask people is, what conspiracy do you think is likely to be true?
Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself.
Oh yeah. We're talking about conspiracies here, not facts.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I feel like that's as close as it's gonna get to a conspiracy theory that could be true.
Yeah.
Because like the moon landing shit and stuff. Like, obviously, I don't believe any of that.
Yeah, I can vaguely believe that like America would want to like say they got first, but like I don't doubt it happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like that meme of Stanley Kubrick directed it, but he's such a perfectionist that he sent people to the moon to film it.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen that one. I really like that.
It's definitely true. I can believe it happened. They're like, look, we want you to say we won the race. So could you film some moon landing? He's like, sure. It's like, damn, it doesn't look like gravity. Quick, get me a rocket. The Russians have one. So Stanley Kubrick was the first one on the moon to film the moon landing.
Stanley Kubrick. That's who it is in the picture.
Yeah. I like watching videos of people on the moon, but sped up.
Uh, yeah, yeah, okay. I can imagine it. I can imagine what that's like.
They're jumping around and look so stupid. Uh, but yeah, what conspiracy would you like to start if possible?
This is a lot of power.
Mm.
I need to be careful.
Like a monkey's paw.
Conspiracy. Yeah, like a monkey's paw. Let's see. I would start. I would start the conspiracy that Elon Musk is secretly an android.
I could believe that. I've seen.
Yeah, right. Like, and that would explain the name he gave to his kid.
Oh, yeah,
It's just a serial number.
There's a bug in the system.
Yeah, exactly.
His Twitter feels like an AI writes it as well.
Yeah, an AI writes it and like, yeah, like he algorithmically likes and retweets things.
Hmm. Hey, fellow kids, have you heard about Dogecoin?
Oh my god.
Did you ever mine any Dogecoin?
I don't want to get involved with cryptocurrency at all.
It's probably
It just seems like
the safest bet.
yeah, like fake money just sounds like the biggest kind of scam.
Hmm. I remember people were buying pizzas for like 20,000 bitcoins, and now bitcoins are worth like a lot. And yeah, and then you got the story of the guy who died with like 1 million bitcoins and nobody has the password to his wallet.
Yes, exactly. I've heard so many of those stories where it's like people bought Bitcoin or some kind of cryptocurrency, and like they have it stored somewhere, but they don't remember the password. And if they could just remember, like, nobody can get into it, nobody can like hack into it or anything.
Mm.
But if they just remembered this one password, they could be like millionaires.
Yeah.
That has to be the worst fucking feeling in the world.
Oh. It's hard enough trying to log back into like World of Warcraft or something, let alone accessing your wallet.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine having to, like, you find an old wallet in your house, and it's like, ah, oh, there's money in there, but you can't remember the password.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got like one of those old, like, it's got one of those old padlocks that they use for school lockers.
Hmm.
It's like, I can't remember the combination.
And then you after 10 years, you finally remember it, and it's like $5.04 or something.
Yeah, because it was your wallet when you were in middle school.
Yeah. My lunch money.
You go back to your old middle school cafeteria when you're like 35. It's like, I can finally pay. I can pay for it now.
It is done. All the students start talking, and all the lunch ladies, they gather around. It's like your debt has been paid. And suddenly all the grey clouds leave. The sun starts shining.
Lunch lady. Yeah. Just like random middle-aged lunch lady comes over and is like, "You have now paid what you owe."
And then disappears in black smoke.
Yeah, yeah.
Lunch ladies are like,
oh my god,
beyond human.
I think that might be the world's stupidest Stephen King idea.
That's like a Goosebumps. thing. My lunch lady is a demon or something.
My lunch lady is a debt demon.
Everyone talks about how the devil is like a lawyer or like some politician, but really, he's just a lunch lady living off debts.
Lunch lady living off of like middle schoolers' IOUs.
The most evil demon of all. It's like every sin at once, right? It's like pride, it's lust, it's gluttony, envy.
Lust?
Yeah, who doesn't? There's always someone at lunch lusts after the lunch lady. Never me, of course, but somebody must.
That's the kids that are just hitting puberty and don't know what standards are.
Oh yeah. You got pride because like everyone's proud to be at the front of the queue. You got gluttony, the people going back for seconds. It's perfect. Everything is there. The lunch hall is the pit of human despair and sin.
It's one of the circles of hell.
Oh god. You die somehow and then you wake up and you're in a massive lunchroom. You have to go in a forever long queue to get lunch. And it's like your favorite item is there, and as soon as you get there it's gone and they replace it with like some mush.
No.
That's hell. You're gonna see a mirror of your face in the food. Look around, everyone's
you just
got
have to deal with that. You just have to deal with that for like 7,000 years before you can move on
to the next layer of hell, which is the playground.
The playground where everybody's constantly on the slide.
It's a never-ending slide. And it gives you like not rope burns, but like metal or plastic burns.
Yeah.
Oh, I hated those slides when I was younger.
Oh my god. I can't believe kids are so fucking stupid. I was so stupid as a kid. Like, why do kids enjoy that cheap crap?
Guess because they're kids. They don't know any better. They don't know the joys of anime yet.
The joys of anime.
I never had a slide at school, did you?
Yeah, we actually had the school that I went to had I think like two different like playground recess areas that we would alternate. So yeah, one of them had like those those cheap like coarse textured like plastic kind of slides, and then the other ones had like the like not stainless steel but like super like shiny metal ones that like, you know, you basically had to grease yourself up to actually move an inch.
Oh no. And it would like melt you in the summer heat.
Oh my god, yeah, it was so... Oh my god, touching the metal slides in the summertime was so awful.
Why do they do this to kids? They just throw them out there into the world, have fun.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess it's just like they want them to learn.
I guess it is a very important learning experience.
Yeah, you know, just not to do stupid shit or you'll get hurt.
Builds character. We had
Yeah, it makes you... It's natural selection.
Definitely. We had parks. We would just have like wood chips on the ground. Why is that? Why are they on the ground for kids?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, those wood chips were like fucking like they got in your shoes and shit, and like they just felt rough and awful.
Oh, get
I remember
splinters.
yeah. I remember one time I was like, I was with my friends on the playground in school, and I was like, we were like roughhousing a little bit, and I got pushed and landed like face first into the wood chips.
Oh,
It was just like, all along like the front of my body, like just little remnants of wood chip. It was such a pain.
you probably got like 500 diseases on your body that day.
You know what? That makes sense because I did get sick a lot when I was a kid.
There you go. It's made you who you
That's
are
why
today.
I have such a high immunity now.
Maybe that's why they make kids do like stupid shit, just to help build their immunity.
Honestly, I wouldn't put it past them.
Bloody adults, who they think they are.
I would never have kids, but if I did, I would absolutely just throw them into like a sea of fire. And just be like, it's a learning experience.
That's what the Spartans did, wasn't it? Be like, here kid, go into this pit. If you climb out, you're my child, or whatever. I'm not sure how true that is.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like they did something like that, where they just sort of like made the kid like go out into the wild and fend for themselves for like 10 years.
10 years? Yeah, oh, get over your annoying toddler stage and come back when you're an adult.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't know how true that is, because I'm pretty sure I'm basing that off a movie. But like they send them off when they're still young, and like they come back once they've like learned to fend for themselves and they become a man.
Oh, apparently it was they would throw kids with birth defects off a cliff.
Oh yeah, that sounds like something they would do.
Yeah, well, what's that? Timmy only has one arm. Off you go. Poor Timmy.
Yeah, no. Honestly, there might be places in the world that still do that.
Yeah. Let's try not to think about it. Apparently, Spain's parenting was horrendous. I'm not sure what they did.
Huh.
North Korea.
I never heard that one before.
North Korea probably. Who knows what's going on in North Korea though?
Oh god.
Oh,
No,
Spartan.
I'm like Spartan.
Apparently, it's not Spanish Spartan. I read it wrong.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes more sense. Yeah, no, honestly, anything that I ever know about Sparta, I'm always like, do I really know this, or am I just going off the movie 300?
Oh yeah, the movie 300 is a factual documentary, right?
Yeah, when he kicks the guy into the pit of death.
Oh yeah.
That actually happens.
And every country has a pit of death, right? Just a giant pit.
Yeah.
It makes politics more interesting.
Oh my god, I would love that if there was a pit of death in politics. And people just kicked each other in.
I mean, there's nothing stopping us from doing it, apart from police and the military and general ethics. I mean, the French use the guillotine.
Ethics, what's that?
That's a
You want to talk
topic
about
for another day.
you want to talk about ethics in this day and age?
They're all muddled. We've got microtransactions everywhere. We've got VTubers.
VTubers taking over the world.
Damn. Very slowly, yeah. That's gonna be the next thing, is all politicians are just gonna be VTubers. Are you gonna be voting in?
That's when it's gonna die.
That's I'm pretty sure that was a Black Mirror episode. But yeah, are you voting? You voting for the cat boy this year or the tiger lady?
Oh god. If that, oh my god. If politicians and VTubers actually ever mixed, I think that would be the death of VTubering.
It's too mainstream. They ruined it. I think it could be interesting. It would at least be more entertaining to watch speeches instead of like old people. You're just watching some person go, "I'm gonna raise taxes, yeah." Hate it. I hate this feature.
Cycling through their hotkey expressions.
Oh, which one? Which one? No, they'd have someone doing it for them, wouldn't they?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, it would be so hard to tell if it's pre-rendered though, or pre-recorded.
They'd have to make their speeches via Twitch or something.
Oh no. And the next presidential event is on Twitch, and people are spamming POG in the chat when they're like, "We're gonna get rid of student debt."
Oh my god. Oh my god, I take everything back. Anime was a mistake.
It was a mistake.
I agree with Miyazaki.
I'm technically breaking my rule of not talking about politics, but this is too deep, too important.
Well, I mean, like, we're not talking about anything specific. We're just mentioning the word. We're just mentioning the word politician.
Yeah, bloody VTuber politics. They're just gonna do like Twitch polls of so which president do you want? It's a Twitch poll. People like buying bits to like make sure their candidate wins.
Oh, so it's just like real life.
And then somebody's in the middle of a speech and somebody redeems a hydrate. They all have to hydrate.
They redeem an ara.
Fuck. I'm not allowed to say it. I'm keeping myself virgin for when somebody eventually saves up enough to redeem my aura.
Oh yeah, I fucking refuse to say it.
It's probably for the best. It's very cursed.
Like I feel like I don't think I'd say it even if somebody paid me.
Oh, not even a lot.
I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Maybe it would depend. I am you know what? Maybe. I am quite a whore for money. So.
Everyone has a price. We will get you to say it one day.
That's true.
I've got a 50 gift subs here.
I'm not affiliate yet. I can't even take those.
No, can't take bribes. Too pure.
I can't take like I physically can't.
Hopefully soon you can, and then we can bribe you.
Yeah, no. At this point, it's just the average viewership that climbs up little by little. Because I've been having much better viewership lately, but Twitch just like the way it calculates it, it just won't let me live down like the first 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, it's incredibly harsh. I think a friend of mine looked into it, and it does some bullshit by looking at the average number of the first like 10 minutes, and it bases the rest off that.
Oh god.
So yeah. I think my advice is do short streams until you've got affiliate, and then you don't have to worry again.
My streams usually range from like my normal ones usually range from like 2 to 3 hours. I have gone over that. I've gone to like 4 or 5 hour ones if I'm collabing with friends.
That's understandable.
So like maybe that. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever bullshit they do. I just want to do this and have fun.
As long as you're having fun, that's top priority.
Yeah, because I never went into this expecting anything like. I never expected anything fame or fortune-wise. Just never in a million years expecting that. I just, you know, I just went in to have fun and, you know, meet other people, which I have met a lot of other people, including you, and I value those new friendships I've made very much. Not to sound like a total sap, but it's true.
Well, sap is natural for mushrooms, isn't it? Or is that trees? I think that's trees.
It's trees. That's trees. Fungus and
yeah.
plants are very different. We just have spores.
Not work together with trees?
I mean, I guess it's like a mutual benefit. But like, you know, sometimes fungus takes over like some plants and some insects and like turns them into symbiotes.
Hmm.
Wait, symbiote? I don't know. Whatever it is, like
buddy relationships.
Yeah.
But yeah, the VTuber community is pretty good. I met a lot of cool people.
Yeah, surprisingly.
It's all very interconnected as well. I could look up like almost any VTuber and like they're connected in somehow to someone that I know. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Especially on Twitter, you go on like, oh, have you heard of this VTuber? And you're like, oh no, I'll check them out. Like somebody that you follow is following them. So.
Yep, every time.
They're all interwoven. I don't know what it's like for normal streamers. How does that work for them?
It's probably way less connected. Because, you know, you think about how VTubers are like just starting to become a bit of an oversaturated market, but streaming in general has been around for years and years and years and years. And, like it's even more oversaturated. There's no way everybody is interconnected like that.
Yeah, there's probably like a union of the big top streamers.
Yeah.
And then nothing for the little guys. So I'm very thankful that VTubers tend to work together a lot, especially the small ones.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. It's just that's something. It's something about it, I guess. It's just I really don't know what it is about it. Like, in my experience, it hasn't really felt like super different from just normal streaming. But for some reason, it's just so much easier to get more personal with people.
It might be down to the common theme of anime, and like I guess a lot of people that are into VTubing are in some form a fan of anime.
That's true.
And almost everyone
like
is a gamer as well, so that helps.
Yeah, like pretty much every VTuber is a nerd in some way.
Oh, that's
it's
the
very
best way
easy
to
to
be.
relate. Yeah, let's take over the world.
We'll get there. Soon we'll have those politicians. What is the funniest joke you know?
That's a good question. I don't like. I mean, there's like dumb dad jokes and shit, but it's like,
But they're the
I
best
don't know,
ones.
like things that I actually find like funny, or like it's not just like a small scenario and a punchline. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's like that. I don't know. I mean, usually when people make like puns and shit in my chat, I just kind of usually do an exasperated sigh and just like, ugh.
Oh, that's what's great about them. They're like so terrible they're funny.
I don't know. It's like, I don't know. One dad joke that I've always remembered and honestly kind of like is like, two peanuts were walking through a park. One was assaulted.
Yeah.
That's
I've heard that
the
one
only
before.
that's the only one I've really liked.
There's loads. I've always found the problem with them is like you always forget them. Like when you're on the spot. I have a favorite that I made up that everyone hates. And that's a what do you call someone who delivers Indian food?
A courier.
Yep. It's great. I love it. When's the best time to go to the dentist?
2:30.
Yep, they're
I've
great.
heard that one so many times.
I remember a terrible one from when I was very young is what do you call a donkey with 3 legs?
I don't know this one actually.
A wonky donkey.
Oh.
It's great. This is comedy gold right here.
What do you call a blind dinosaur?
Do you think he saw us?
Yep. Yep.
They're great. I love them. Also, sorry, Nosferatu. Wah 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 wah. Wah 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 wah. Detecting good jokes. Wah 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 wah.
I think your radar might be off.
No, it's still going. It's detecting the good stuff. Let's find one more good question to go with. One more deep question. Bum bum bum. No, let's not talk about love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are all these lame? What helps you decompress?
Honestly, just I don't know, something like playing video games or like cuddling with my dog. It's like that's kind of the reason. Like that's kind of the reason why I have so much fun streaming games is because that's just something that I actually like to do in my spare time. And it's something I've done a lot since I was real little.
And there's so many games out there to play as well, so it's not like something you can run out
Oh
of.
my god, yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't realize until I got a little bit older that how easy it is to build up a backlog
Oh yeah. I remember.
of games that like you're just probably never gonna finish.
Did you ever have that problem where you had like maybe like 7 games when you were younger, and like the only games you got are ones you stuck with?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have that.
Now there's too many.
I also have very commonly like I'm very indecisive, and if I have too many options to pick from, my brain just kind of shuts down and I just end up doing nothing.
There's probably some psychology thing I don't know about it.
I don't know. It's just some kind of like sensory overload.
Maybe you should get a program that just launches a random game and forces you to play it.
Yeah, they have actually made something like that. Like basically, like you plug in like all the games in your backlog, like all the games that you own, and it just selects one at random.
As long as it doesn't randomly pick Dead by Daylight or League of Legends or something. Oh,
Apex again.
but I just lost like 3 in a row. With we've got one question from Nosferatu of what do you think the best mushroom is?
What do I think the best mushroom is?
Apart from yourself, of course.
Well, right. I am every mushroom all in one. I am the ultimate mushroom.
The apex mushroom.
The apex. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, you might be able to tell just by looking at me, but like, I'm not basing it off of like best mushroom to eat because I don't eat mushrooms. Like, whether it be for character or just in real life, I just don't eat them. But you know, I've always liked the you know, the look of the stereotypical. What is it like fly agari or something?
Yeah.
What's it called? What's it called?
I can't remember. It does sound like the right
Yeah,
one.
I think it's agari. Yeah, I think it's agari. And you know, like wait, are shiitakes the one I'm thinking of? I have to.
Shiitakes are the eating ones, I think.
I'm trying to think if it's like the. Okay, no. Shiitake.
Fly
No.
garlic, apparently. The Red Death one.
Fly agari. Yeah, that's the one I like a lot. Okay, not shiitake. It's not the one I was thinking of. What's the mushroom I'm thinking of? The ones that are like, the ones that have like, they have like pretty like wide caps, but then like the stem is really thin and long.
I think that's shiitake as well.
Is it? I have to.
Gotta go into the mushroom archives and
Inokitake?
Inokitake. There's also oyster, according
That's what I'm getting.
to Shreks.
Okay, yeah, I like those. I like the ones that are really long and have the wide caps.
They're pretty good. Just looking them up now.
And obviously, whatever mushroom gets you high.
Oh yeah, I've tried that once. It was an experience.
Did you? Wait, did you actually?
Yeah.
You actually did?
I did shrooms once.
Oh my god.
That's not against TOS, is it? I mean, I'm not doing it on
I don't
stream.
think so.
No,
Yeah, you're not doing anything on screen. Like you're not like.
yeah.
You're not like specifically like implicating yourself or anything.
No, there was a girl that I was trying to woo, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go pick up some mushrooms." And I was like, "Sure thing, I pick some up myself." And I ate them. They tasted like dirt. And I was never like, "Oh my god, I'm being assassinated" or whatever. Like the entire time I knew I was high. But it just sort of like made the windows really shiny, and there was like an orange and blue filter and everything. And I kept rubbing my eyes, and then whenever I'd rub my eyes, I'd see like shapes of those like Chinese dragons coming at me. It's
oh my god.
it was an experience.
I would be horrified to actually try any sort of psychedelic or hallucinogenic because I've heard some horror stories.
Oh yeah, you have to make sure you've got somebody experienced with you. You have to be very careful.
Designated. Yeah.
But yeah, I think we'll start wrapping up the interview as I'm getting hungry. And you've got to get ready for your stream, your Pokemon stream.
Yeah, like 2.5-ish hours from now.
But yeah, this is.
I had to eat before then as well. Yeah, this was fun. This was very fun. I like talking to you about this stuff.
I'm glad. We might want to do it again at some point.
Yeah.
I've got a busy plate. I've put too many VTubers on my plate right now, so I'm going through them slowly. But yeah, I think it was pretty good. What did we learn today?
We learned about, what was it, lunch ladies in hell.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Shrunken heads. VTuber politicians of the future.
Yeah. The face that eats coins.
Oh, I wish we didn't learn about that.
I wish to.
So cursed it crashed the stream. But yeah, go check out Mr. Mush the Mellow. I've linked him in the chat. He's a pretty fun guy. I need to get a lot of use out of that joke. He will.
You and everybody else.
he will wiggle his tit for you if you ask him nicely.
Yeah.
But yeah, is there anything you'd like to say before we leave?
No, I think I mean, you already got the shameless plug out of the way for me.
So I do it so that you don't have to. So I'll be polite. I'll be polite.
Hey, yo, shout out my SoundCloud.
Please like, favorite, and subscribe. Click the little bell icon, or click the little mushroom icon.
Do not forget to hit the bell.
I've got a confession to make. I've never actually clicked the bell icon for anyone.
Oh, me either.
I don't need to know that your video is out. I will check my subscriptions. But yeah, I'm just. Is there anyone you want us to raid? I'm just looking for a raid target now.
Let me look and see if anyone is online. Anyone that I follow is on. I'm sure somebody must be.
Hope you enjoyed Turnip. Turnip is Turnip, another vegetable VTuber.
Oh, another vegetable.
Part of the Plant Alliance. But I don't.
Wait, is Turnip on right now?
He's not online, but he's in the chat.
Oh, okay. Not streaming. He's just in the chat right now.
Yeah. I've got a few people I could raid, but if you've got one, that would be ideal.
Yeah, there is a friend of mine that's streaming right now. That would be cool.
If you could,
her name is Solus. Her name is Mommy_Solus.
You could type that in Discord.
Right. Yeah, I'll put it in.
I'm dyslexic, so it would take half an hour for me to look up.
Yeah.
Mommy Solus.
She's currently playing Danganronpa.
Oh, well, we will definitely go and raid her.
And she is I believe she is also she's also from the UK.
Oh, another British tuber.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go raid and say hi. It's been a pleasure having you on. Pretty chill shroom to be.
Likewise. Likewise.
Yeah. I never know actually how to end a stream. So how do you usually end your streams?
I wiggle, I say goodbye, and then I usually say something like "fuck off."
All right. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. All right. Fuck off.